Security comes in and be like, hey, HR wants to see that video. Like,
Welcome to the Village Idiots podcast, powered by Lending Hand Mortgage and Big Steppin' Media. Sponsored by Taylor Chambers with Exit Prime Realty. Listen as we cover the latest sports events, viral videos and memes, the latest games, and everyday topics in life. Let's get started. And welcome back, everybody, to episode numero 7. I know I just held up 2 fingers, but this is episode 7 of the Village Idiots podcast. Welcome back, everybody. It is Tuesday, November 11th. We are here at the Lending Hand Mortgage Studios in Madison, Tennessee. It is cold outside.
God, yeah. Came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it did. It's really weird to be this cold before Thanksgiving here.
Santa brought it early. He dipped his toy sack down into the
toy
lower
sack.
southeast. Yeah. You can see it. It's like
Santa swinging that big old toy sack around, and it's getting everybody all frosty.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
29 degrees. It's 24 degrees this morning at my house.
We had snow yesterday.
We did have some snow. Yeah, it was.
That was a tease, though.
This is like version fake winter 1.0.
Yeah.
We'll get like 2 or 3 more of these before it's actually
Oh, yeah.
full. It's going to be 70 degrees this weekend. That's awesome.
Yeah, and everybody going to be sick.
Everybody's going to be sick. Nick's already got it out of the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
How's that gonorrhea going? Did you get that cream?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little expensive, but I finally got it.
It's itchy right now.
Yeah.
Itchy. I can even feel it on me itching like a little bit. I think I'm going to get it sitting right here.
He looked right at you.
Yeah. That's
Contagious
a joke, by the
with
way,
his eyes. No, man, it's not that time of year for most of us. I just have I always just clinically fight. What clinically am I saying? Annually fight just seasonal allergies. So any little temperature change, it just throws me off.
Yeah. Yeah, I get really bad allergies like twice a year. Once in the spring, once in the fall, and then I'm good. You just got to get it out of the way. But
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is. We tough it out and we survive. We move on and we survive, conquer, and all that.
Something like that.
How was everybody's weekend? What did everyone do?
I was sick.
You didn't go camping?
I ended up camping in my living room.
Oh, hey.
So there's a big tent in it.
Is that camping?
Throw the tent up right in the living room, just sit there in the tent and eat cereal and watch TV.
Exactly what we did.
Back in my day, they called that a fort.
But it's made out of pillows, though.
Well, this is actual tent.
My boy had the REI out there. It's made for like 30 below.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have your hammock set up in the kitchen?
Yep.
Campfire going on the stove.
From the
Campfire. Did you have the Coleman grill sitting right there?
Yeah.
Nice.
Flipping
Y'all know
dogs.
it.
Yeah.
Anybody want bug spray?
Toasted marshmallows.
Dad, we're inside. Shut up. Dude, my weekend was crazy. I had me and the wife we did our wedding, not our wedding, but we did a friend's wedding on Friday. She was there.
What do you mean did a wedding?
So we were both in it. She was a bridesmaid and I was a groom and
You were a groom.
groomsman and a groomsman.
Groomsman.
Yeah, and
I was going to say, that'd be weird. You've been a
second
groom
marriage.
before.
Second marriage. No.
Times
Sister
2.
wives.
Dude, she got there at 7 a.m. I got there at 10 a.m. and we didn't leave that property until almost midnight. And
That sounds terrible.
well, it would have been worse had there not been copious amounts of liquor all day
I was
long.
about to say,
Hell
was
yeah.
you able to leave before that?
If I could find the door, probably. No, it wasn't that bad. I really paced myself because the groom was really stressed out and it was really, I've been through this already, and everyone else that was in the wedding party, with the exception of one other person that was late, he had been through it too. So I was really gunning at making sure that everything was taken care of as much as I could do for both sides. My wife was doing the same, and we were just trying to help prop them up, and because they've never done it, and their wedding was extravagant and it was fun though. And then Saturday, I had to go right after we got home. We got to bed. We had to wake up that morning, go pick our son up at 9 a.m. and I had to be at a final walkthrough at 10 a.m. and we shopped all day after that. Went home. I crashed took a nap, and then we went out again. And then Sunday we did nothing. Like, she wanted to do stuff, and I was like, look at me in the receptacles of my soul right now. We are not doing anything this weekend. I will not go anywhere unless it's just to like get food or something. I don't want to go shop. I don't want to go run errands. I don't want to clean the house.
Hey,
just need a day.
Sometimes you need a day like that.
Yeah.
My weekend was pretty good. Logan, who is absent from this show today, he came over Saturday after he got off work at his second job, and he came over and we drank some liquor and grilled some ribs, watched some football. It was a good time. It was a good time. I bought.
I heard those ribs were good. I was told about those ribs.
Oh yeah, they were just. I mean, the bones were just there for decoration.
I'm about to come get me some.
Slide it right out. Oh yeah.
He pulled it out of the oven. It was just like bones in like levels, and all the meat was underneath it. And he was like, "Well, shit."
Yeah, I had to use a spatula to move them because if you use tongs, they were just falling apart.
That's perfect. Then
Yeah.
you did it right.
Yeah. So that was great. I bought a handle of tequila on Saturday, and I just made some cocktails most of the day. Took a couple shots before the Gators game. The shots helped me get through that.
Yeah,
That was bad.
We heard Logan hexed him. Is that true?
Logan did hex him. Yeah, he was.
What'd he do?
He just was like, "Yeah, y'all are gonna win." That
Oh
was it.
no,
Yeah.
dude! That's like being at a place with like having radios and be like getting on the radio and go, "It's awful silent out here."
Yeah, it was rough. It was a bad game. It was a bad game.
Who do they play?
They played Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Yeah, and they got their asses whooped royally. And really, they just gave up.
Oh my god!
Yeah, 38-7. Taylor's got it pulled up right now. 38-7. That is inexcusable.
That's worse than the Titans did.
That should never happen. The Gators should never lose to Kentucky by how many points is that, Taylor? 31 points?
It's 20.
31-point deficit?
No, it's 30. Yeah, 31. Yeah, sorry.
Okay,
you're
so
right.
yeah,
I can't count.
We should never lose to Kentucky by 31 in anything.
Dude,
Ever.
Kentucky's good at men's basketball. I'll give them that.
I mean, they've got a solid football program too, but that is bad. I mean, I know, we've got an interim head coach now. Billy Napier's been fired, and, they're working on the replacement. Hopefully Lane Kiffin. Shout out to Lane. But right now it's Billy Gonzalez, and ugly loss. I don't even want to talk about that anymore.
R.I.P. Billy Napier.
Yeah. Well, he's still alive. Just
Well, yeah. No, I'm just for the team. He's the coach, not the guy.
He's just a rich man that's unemployed now. But,
Can we cut that out, Michael? No.
Yeah. But yeah, the weekend was great. Sunday, I was kind of a lot like Taylor. I was, I drank all day Saturday, and I was like, I'm not doing anything productive today. Just watched football Sunday and watched a couple movies later on, and it was a good day. It was a good day, a good weekend. So, I kind of had a rough week last week. So
did you? What happened? If you don't want to get into it,
just yeah. We'll save that for off the air.
Talking about football, I tried to watch a Patriots game 4 times, and my wife turned it off every time. And I was like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "You're not watching it." And I was like, "You have me go into a different room to do something. I can still hear it. I'm coming back." And she'll come watching my show. And I was like, so I just kept doing stuff. It was on Saturday. I was just like,
I hated that growing up. Like, my dad would be like in the office with the TV going. I would change it. He'd be like, I was listening to that.
yeah. Like your dad's asleep on the couch and you change it. I was watching that. You were literally snoring. Yeah, no, it was. I tried. I wanted to watch a little bit of football this weekend. Vols were off this weekend. Titans lost to bye.
Yeah, the Vols and the Titans were all off TV.
Yeah, so. It was a rough weekend for me. I had withdrawals.
Yeah. Taylor mentioned the Titans. They lost to the bye week, 59-7.
Yep. We gotta get a new coach, man. I think the groundskeeper.
Oh, they will. Yeah, they will. Yeah, I mean, they already fired their head coach.
I think the groundskeeper for Gaylord Springs Golf Course could coach that football team better than the football coach did this weekend. I swear, dude.
I say. I mean, at this point for the Titans, why have a coach? Why do you need one? It's
just
not
let
working.
the fans coach them.
It's literally not working. Yeah.
Can we just do like a drawing and like the next game that gets played out of every ticket that gets sold? You
Lucky
just pull
fan
one and
gets
it's
to call
like,
the plays.
They come down there and be some like redneck and be like, I don't know shit about football, but I can drink some beer. That'd be all it is.
And then
Give
they
him
end
some
up
beers and let him coach.
Yeah.
You might do
We
better.
probably win.
Probably, dude. Shit. I mean, it's not. I mean, The other thing isn't working.
Yeah.
So they might as well try that.
Hasn't been for 10 years or
Hasn't
however
been.
long.
Yeah. I mean, they had like a decent stretch. Logan's not here to defend his boys, but they got lucky for a couple of years with Tannehill. They had Tannehill in town. AJ Brown traded him, but it is what it is. Derrick Henry got rid of him. That's what the Titans do, fellas.
Yeah.
The Ravens, they had a great game on Sunday and moved it closer to the Pittsburgh Steelers lead with a 27-19 victory over the Vikings.
The Vikings, yeah.
Yeah, that was a game where it reminded me of what the Ravens are all really about, and that's playing defense, being solid.
They pulled the stops out in the last half of that game. Like the first half of that
Yeah.
game, just looking at score, it was weak.
Had some takeaways. It's always better when you force the other team to turn the ball over instead of you doing it. So that was nice. As of right now, the funny thing, so the Ravens are second in the division, one game back of the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Vegas odds currently has the Ravens as a minus 290 favorite to win the division, even though they're in second place. So that's hilarious because that means they don't take any stock into the Pittsburgh Steelers this year. They think the Pittsburgh Steelers fucking suck. If they're
Don't say that too loud. My dad will get super mad. He loves the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, the Vegas odds don't love them. So, shout out to the Ravens for being awful at the beginning of the year and still make the playoffs. That's what we do, fellas.
I think I got a Ravens player on my
You got a fantasy team?
fantasy team.
Who's that?
I got their defense.
Oh, hey, so you've been doing pretty well the last few weeks with that. The first couple weeks, not so great.
I think the Vikings is my other alternate.
Oh, really?
I chose the right one, apparently.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I do actually, outside of that, I don't have any Ravens players. I did drop somebody today, and I swapped them out for a waiver player because all my players are getting hurt.
I'm impressed. Who got you into a fantasy league?
So, like 2 years ago, one of my buddies, man, all I can think of his screen name right now is it's Ethan. One of my buddies, Ethan, was like, "Hey, man, do you want to get in a fantasy team?" And I was like, "Man, I don't know anything about football." And he was like, "We just need somebody to be in the team. We're just got an open spot." And I was like, "All right." So I didn't even draft.
Give it a go.
I didn't even draft that first year, and I smoked everyone. Smoked everybody. And they were like, "How did you win?" I was like, I don't know anything about players and have no emotional ties, so I literally ran it by numbers. And I still do it like that. And I still have really good seasons. The first one, I won the championship.
Yeah.
Well, on now, some of the fantasy league, depending on which app you use, you can actually look up some of the analytical stats right there on the app. So,
Yeah, ESPN's what we're in, yeah.
If you're doing it just based off numbers, I know we use the Sleeper app for our fantasy league, and I with a click of a button, I can click on and it'll say, so and so played 81% of the snaps last week, had this many catches, all that.
Maybe mine goes a little bit deeper if I get into stats, but it don't go that far in.
ESPN is a little kind of basic compared to Sleeper.
Well, it's great for me because I don't know much about it, so it literally just gives me overall score, and I'm like, here you go.
Yeah.
The last time I actually did fantasy, halfway through the season, all my players were getting hurt, picking random people. So I was like, you know what, I'm done with it.
Yeah.
We'll come to find out, I finished second.
Yeah, dude, that's what I either questionables or outs. I have to immediately bench them until they can get. And I'll watch, I read through news oh, he stubbed his toe. Well, he's probably going to be back next week.
I tried to do it last year. I think I tried to join John's league and Logan's, but both time I did it, I joined, signed up, and then when I would go to log in, it'd be like, this league's full.
Oh, man.
I love that. They put a bot team in your place. Too late.
I'm not sure.
And I think it went almost all the way, too.
Yeah, this year I used to commission the leagues, and I don't do that no more. I just play in them. This is kind of off subject, but those blue things right there that we're looking at?
Yeah.
They're sensory swings, yeah.
Yeah, that looks like the thing they took that zebra off in the helicopter. It when they had that zebra sitting in that thing.
Hold on, I think
Producer Mike's gonna help us out. And
he's gonna get over there. And on it.
What are those called, Taylor?
I think they're called sensory swings. I think they're for kids that have like autism or like they get overwhelmed really easily with noises or lights or things like that. It's just, I think it's something that makes them weightless. It helps them kind of reset their senses. I'm not sure. I mean, that's my educated guess. I know they're called a sensory swing though.
And you can also put zebras in them to transport them to Texas.
Yeah, sensory for the zebras too.
Yeah,
that's the big thing is making sure that the zebras are taken care of.
Shout out to producer Mike for moving the camera so they could see what I was talking about.
They also didn't they put that old lady in that? No, they put her on a stretcher and they just spun her at 200 miles an hour. Not only did she break her leg, she had whiplash.
That lady was so when you first start out watching like that video, it's funny.
It is.
And then you realize, oh shoot,
there's a human
she's
in there.
probably going to die.
She just got blent up.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Yeah, it's sad, dude. Like that whole situation for her. At first, when I watched it, I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm with you." Like, man, that is kind of funny. And then, like, as you see that thing start picking up speed, her guts had to been in her nose, dude.
Can you look up real quick what ended up happening to her?
Hold on.
I don't want to be making fun of like a dead person.
I bet she wasn't worried about her leg anymore.
If she,
she got a fat check. I bet you she got a huge settlement check.
Oh yeah,
lady who
we're about to find out if she was around to collect it.
What happened to spinning out of control? That's it. 7-year-old woman who spun out of control during a 2019 helicopter rescue eventually settled a lawsuit. City of Phoenix for $450,000.
That's it?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I'd have got like $4 million out of that.
Did she die?
Continues to experience long-term health effects from the incident despite initial reports of being stable. Although she was initially stable, she later suffered injuries, including a spinal cord injury. They picked her up because didn't she like break her leg or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, she was being evacuated.
The incident of holding under control of violent spitting. She filed a $2 million claim against the city and only won a settlement of $450,000. Man,
Well, that's a settlement though, so that means they settled.
For her to just let it go.
Yeah, that means she probably wasn't going to get what she wanted to get.
She hurt her. She hurt her leg.
Yeah, so
she reportedly tripped somewhere along a trail in Phoenix.
That's crazy though, man. Yeah,
Golly,
I'd be mad if I only got $450,000 for that, dude.
Don't forget the lawyer fees.
And the lawyer fees, yeah, that's
40%
like
of whatever it is that she made.
No, she had a bad lawyer. If that's all she got,
that's what I'm saying.
She had a bad lawyer.
That lawyer was like, "Look, I got other things to do. My wife wants to go to dinner. Let's just settle this for $450."
Yeah. Next time, holla at your boy. I might be able to help you out better than that.
$450,000, man. I'd have went higher than that. I don't know. That seems a little bit atrocious. It seems real low to me. That it's atrocious. Is that the right word?
You're asking the wrong
atrocious.
Dude. Yeah, atrocious. I've never heard of this word. Taylor's looking up.
It just hit me in the head, and I said it out loud. Attrition can mean reduction in numbers. That's it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taylor, dude, what he's talking about.
It's crazy. I don't know. It seems real low for what she experienced for that to be her settlement. Like,
she accepted the first offer they sent out.
If they gave her look, if it was just $450 and free dentures for the rest of her life, I'm sure she's fine. But still, man, that's still.
I mean, she's also what 70,
74 at the time.
So $450,000,
2019. So she's probably almost
doesn't
90.
have to spread a lot. You know what I mean?
She can almost retire now.
She put it in a CD for 10 years, and now she's living well.
With that money, she could almost afford to buy a house in Middle Tennessee.
Almost.
If she can see the signs, I'm sure her eyeballs are spinning still. Good Lord. I couldn't. Dude, how do you mess that up? Like, I'd heard that the guide wire on it that was supposed to keep it from doing that had failed. At what point do you just like let her down? But maybe if you let her down, she might have drilled a hole in the ground. I don't know. She was spinning fast enough. She could have bored right into that Arizona dirt.
She could have, yeah.
That'd
be like hitting concrete.
Golly, dude. They wrapped her up and said, "You're in safe hands." And she said, That's not funny to laugh at, but I mean, it sucks.
But we are.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Reality check. Sometimes stuff that happens to other people that's bad is funny, even though it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I wish you well, though.
Nick, what do you have this week for your finance segment?
This week, really, pretty much talking about like savings, which I agree, savings.
What's that?
Which, yeah,
You save money?
a little bit. I got like 2 or 3 cents in a savings account.
I can't save any money. I spend it too fast.
This ain't financial advice.
Right.
Let's get that out of the way. Not financial advice.
No financial advisor, but
Me
I think-
either, guys.
One thing is, like with technology now you got it savings account with your bank account, everything's on your phone. You can just hit a button and immediately transfer. I believe that actually, you can say I'm wrong, makes it harder to save money.
Oh, totally.
absolutely.
So easy just to get.
Yeah, well, you can put money in it, but if you're out shopping, you're like, well, I can just move money over quickly, and
You don't have to drive to the bank.
And who hasn't done that? Yeah.
so you're gonna spend the money, and then you got to put that money back when you get paid.
That was a conversation not just about savings account, but overall, like all technological advancements. Just because they are like technological advancements does not mean they're positive.
No.
That instant gratification has probably wrecked many of people's savings and financial goals just because of the click of the button.
Yeah, and like I think everyone should have two different savings accounts. You have one for your emergency fund, and you have one for, fucking around.
Yeah.
Save up, put money aside, so if you want to buy something nice, you can.
Your fam money, fucking around money.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And another thing is like, if you go to a concert, say you plan to spend $100, well, you only spend $75. Put that extra $25. Go ahead and put it in the savings.
That's a good point.
Because you already plan to have it spent.
Right.
Just put it in the savings.
It was gone anyway.
Yeah. Instead of putting it back, just put it in the savings.
Logan would be on here like, bro, you need to use the Acorn app.
He'd be like, yo, I found out all these
energy.
He'd be like, I found out these 3 new things on TikTok, guys.
Dude, him and TikTok, bro. He sends some stuff on TikTok. I've seen people do that same stuff. But yeah, dude, that's a solid idea. Like if you planned on you were going to lose that much money and you didn't. Yeah, I mean, hey,
put it in the savings. Let it draw interest.
Yeah, if you've got the right kind of interest. Yeah,
of course. And the other thing I'd like to do is like saving money. Is I always round up whatever I spend. If I spend like $4 and a penny, I write that down as $5. And then you put the 98 cents in the savings.
Yeah, but most people, I don't know if anyone, do you still use a checkbook?
bro, I don't think I've touched a checkbook.
You said wrote down, so
Yeah.
do you keep a checkbook? 'Cause I don't know anyone that keeps a
keep track
checkbook.
of what I spend, what I don't spend.
Me
He's
too,
got a big
just on the
ledger.
bank
He
app.
like opens it up. He's like putting his quill in the pink and the ink, quill in the ink, and just writing it down. Dude, I don't ledger anything. I probably should, but usually what I'll do is like when I get a check. But for those of you guys that don't know how my pay works, I don't get paid hourly. I don't get a salary. I get paid in a commission check. And as I get paid in a commission check, I have to take, after I get that check, I have to take it to my office. They take a split, and then I have to split my taxes off of it. And then I take what's left over, and I actually take and build a spreadsheet and go, here's how much I'm going to put down for this many months of bills. Here's how many truck payments. Here's what I want to do this month with that if we're going on this vacation. And I'll divvy it out that way first on the things I have to do. And then at the end, I'll go, okay, this is what's over.
Because you only get paid when you sell a house, right?
Right. and that's the hard part for us is you can starve for 3 months and then you could ball for 10, or you could, you could just flatline for a year. Scary. But yes, that's ledgering or tracking.
Yeah. And
I don't have anything
apps,
write down.
Like the mobile apps, a lot of people quit doing it because they can just look at the phone and be like, well, I got this much money in my account.
Yep.
But they don't have track of where the money's going. They just know, I got this much.
That's dangerous too.
Mine tracks it. I can tell where I spent it.
Regions does sort of something. They do like a pie chart where they're like, oh, this was lifestyle. Oh, this was utilities. And this was gas and food. And like they kind of do that. But I don't think it's accurate 100% because it's like, it's just taking what they think the name is and they just put it in a slot.
Yeah, it's just a guess.
Yeah, I I don't think they're actually doing it that way. I mean, I'm sure there's probably some way you can create a bucket. Ooh, this is
Oh yeah.
whatever.
But
Anyway,
and that's since you don't use it later. Like what I do is after I buy something, I'll go back to my bank account, and when it's like $250.82, I move that 82 cents over to the savings.
that's either smart or OCD.
A little bit of both. I would like
Just
to
a
think
little
it's,
bit of both.
I would like to think it's the smart side, but it's probably the OCD side.
I gotta see even dollar amounts. I used to be that.
That's
like
it.
if I would look at my checking account online, I'd be like, I'd go up to the bank and I'd put change in so it was an even dollar
See,
amount.
like
Oh my goodness, they
That was
probably
when I was
hated
like
you.
16, and the bank
Yeah.
teller was like, "Why are you doing
What the
this?"
fuck is this
see,
kid
I like
doing?
to think I
What
don't
the
have
fuck was he supposed to do?
OCD. I like to think I don't have OCD, but then when it comes to like my money, all my bills have to face the same way. They have to be in order. They have.
Oh, I know I've got OCD.
That,
Yeah.
I think that's kind of normal. When I valeted, that was something
Mm-hmm.
that irked me when people would hand me like, "Oh, here's this much money," and it's just a mixture of bills, and it's like not sequential or even bank faced, and it's like how, and then I have to go through and because it makes like I'm not gonna go 1, 2, 25 like.
Yeah. But even like get money out of the ATM, like before I drive off, I have to take it and like flip them over and like make sure they're all the same way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't care about that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got to.
I don't know if it's more OCD or maybe just common courtesy.
I gotta have my bills all face up, but I don't care what way they're facing. As long as they're face up, they
Mm-hmm.
can be.
Do you do your bills highest to lowest or lowest to highest?
I don't really carry cash.
I
I
do
haven't
highest to
carried cash in
lowest.
a while.
I do. That's what I do. If I ever have like money and I put it in my wallet, like the back part of the divider, highest to the front part, it's lowest.
My wallet doesn't even have a spot for money, so that shit just gets carried loose in the pocket. Let somebody try to run up on me with that.
See, I've always been backwards from what my dad told me. My dad always said, if you have a debit card, it's easier to like save than it is if you have cash on you. But I can save cash more than I can with my credit, like with that credit card.
Yeah, I mean, because you don't see the money that you're physically
No.
spending.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt as bad if you drop $200 on something because you hit it with plastic. But if you were handing two $100 bills to somebody, you'd be like, ugh. It would make you think
like,
about
ooh,
it.
That's $200.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Did you just make a noise? Don't worry about it. Just take the money.
Just take it.
yeah, like yeah, I can see that.
You got
But
anything more for us, Nick?
That's pretty much it. I mean, other than you hear me and Logan say it all the time, which it's more than for just finance. But remember, your mentality is your reality.
And then I've got something. It's not really finance. It's more like life advice. You know, I guess if you decide to take life advice from me. But my thing is guys, just make sure you know what you're worth. If you have somebody with a 30,000 foot view of a situation, and they don't value you or what you bring to your table, as far as like your career goes, there is somebody else out there that will do that. And so, make sure you know what you're worth. Don't settle for anything less than what you're worth. And if, that doesn't happen for you, then you need to do what you need to do and branch out and find someone that will pay you what you're worth and value you. So
Know your worth, King.
yeah.
Know your worth.
Taylor's got some interesting nuggets here on some mortgage.
Yeah, we're going to talk about
50-year mortgage.
We're going to talk about the hottest thing in real estate right now, and I'm not a lender, but I want to have this conversation. And I started it kind of last night with these guys, and quickly I think we all realized we don't really need to talk this out yet.
No.
I wanted to see in real time, and we were hoping we were going to get Kevin in on this. I don't think he's here. I think he's gone already. But you can check. But while he's doing that, I wanted to get the real reactions from consumers that don't work in this field about how do you feel about a 50-year mortgage as a whole?
To me, it sounds like a death sentence.
Okay.
I mean,
Like,
I
you
already
will-
hate the 30s, so.
Yeah, like you will never, if you're 30, and you buy a house with a 50-year mortgage, you're paying on that bit till you're 80. That's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, yes, you're
Now,
correct.
also, you got to kind of look at it kind of like maybe like a car, maybe sometimes. Because I don't know about you guys, but I've bought in a car before with no intention on paying it off. And I know, okay, I'm going to probably just trade it in for something nice, something else, when it gets down low enough. So like you can do that with houses too. Like you can buy a house and
that's the mentality.
In 50 years, theoretically, the kids are gone, everyone's gone. You can downsize, and then use that, house that you've invested money to as an investment.
So there's two things that I want to ask you guys on top of that as well. It looks like we got Kevin coming in here. While he's coming in here, it's one of the things that me and our producer Michael talked about a minute ago was, yes, a 50-year mortgage as a whole sounds scary, but think about it. And I asked him this when he walked in, I asked you the same thing. How many years on average do you think someone lives in the house that they purchase before they sell it on any year mortgage? It could be 10, 15.
Like with the average?
Yeah. Like how long do you think if someone buys a house that they will stay in that house before they decide to sell it?
I would say maybe on
10.
average 8.
Okay. And you said 10?
Yeah.
So y'all are kind of in the middle. Me and him had that conversation. I already know what it is. It's about 5 to 7 years. Sometimes you see people stay in it, and there's variables. Was it the forever home? Is it the home that they bought, to suffice their kids and they didn't plan on moving up in life? Or what? I'm sure there's a ton of things that go into the whole scheme of everything and the whole realm of the idea of a 50-year. But 5 to 7 years, and you also think about this is... I asked another question. How many houses on average does an average person own in their lifetime?
First of all, guys, this is a big thing for our podcast.
Yes.
So we've got our first guest here.
Yeah.
Mr. Kevin Kenderson here with Lending Hand Mortgage. Welcome in, Kevin.
It's good to see you.
Thank you, guys. You guys are deep in discussion?
Yes. So Kevin is the actual expert at this. I just sell what he funds. So tell us, what do you feel about this 50-year?
We started doing 40-year mortgages a decade and a half ago, and it was more consistent with like a non-prime loan. It wasn't for the best of borrowers, but I think where we are in today's market, I think these are going to be really good mortgages. What it does is I think it creates more opportunity of home ownership for a consumer. So either you have a mortgage or you have a rental, like you're renting from a landlord. Well, you might not be paying down your amortization, like you're not paying down your loan as quick as you would on a 30-year fixed mortgage. But the caveat here is that you're actually appreciating. Your mortgage, your property is actually appreciating. And I think that's what's really important. And I think, Taylor, you kind of mentioned a little bit, you're not going to keep that house for 50 years. You're probably not going to keep it for 30 years. You're probably not even going to keep it for 15 years. But at the end of that cycle that you've owned the property, you're probably going to sell it. And then you're going to take that equity that you made from that property and move it over to the next property. And maybe you do a 15-year, maybe you do a 30-year, whatever it is, but you're actually allowing that market to work for you where that home appreciates.
So that makes sense. So you're basically so say you buy a house, for like $300,000 or 400 grand or whatever, and you take the 50-year mortgage. So what you're doing is you are lowering your monthly mortgage by taking out the longer one, and then as time goes on and the equity builds up, and then things like property value goes up, and houses will turn more of a profit later on.
Sweat equity's added, you upgrade the house.
So you're juicing it from both ends of the stick on that side, right?
Bingo.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And not just because I work in this industry, but I think they're a fantastic idea as well because of, you just said $300,000 house. At a 30-year, if you can afford a $300,000, if you can get a 50, what if you could afford a $400,000 house? And that was the actual house you wanted.
Yeah.
And even if it's not the house you stay in for the rest of your life, and that's what we get at with it too. Is why I asked you guys, do you know how often, or like what the average someone's lifespan in their house is, not dying, but like owning the house and then selling it, and about how many houses on average? I didn't get a chance to answer that part. An American, I would say probably in the U.S., the average is anywhere between 3 and 5 houses that I see that they would be doing.
Well, and they have, so if you look at the statistics, they're going to have 11 mortgages. Mm-hmm. So that might not be all like homes, but they're going to refinance it. And you have rate cycles. They go up, they come down. They go up, they come down. So I think really the important part about this as well is you have someone that would qualify for a $200,000 home, but now they qualify for a $300,000 or $350,000 home. And it gives you that opportunity to buy a house that really, there's not a whole lot of houses at $200,000 in this market. The average purchase price right now is like $375,000. And so now it gives you an opportunity to buy a house that, you could raise your family in.
And then that also, means like, say, you're like a young family starting out, that would probably like maybe allow you to, instead of moving into that smaller house to eventually move into the bigger house, just moving into something that you're going to be comfortable with long term right away.
Start and go to the middle house, or it could be the forever home. It just depends.
I get a house with a garage.
The garage,
Nick over here dreaming.
Gotta have a garage.
When we're done, Kevin's got to talk to Nick. We got to get him a new house. He hates his house.
Well, it's crazy. And Taylor, you can attest to this, but oftentimes we think that it's going to be the house that we live in forever. And like, you know what? I don't really think I like this house as much as I thought I liked it. And so you opt to move, and you take that equity and move it over to the next house. And that's really, and even in like our worst market that we had in 2023, we had the highest rates that we had seen in about 25 years. We still had over 6% appreciation. So when you look at a house, let's say it's $300,000 today, in the end of the year, you're almost to the $320,000. Well, someone that gets a 50-year mortgage still gets that same opportunity of appreciation growth. Now they've made $20,000 in that year. And that's the true, like, that's the positives of buying a house even with a 50-year mortgage, is you take advantage of the appreciation gains in the market. Like if you look back over the last 84 years, there's only been 5 years where the market hasn't appreciated. So when you look at, okay, well, we started at, you could just say,
what were the 5 years? Was it 2009, 2011?
2008, 9, 10, 11, and 12.
Rough.
That was the housing anomaly. I mean, that was the biggest crisis that
we
ever
were
had.
graduating high school at that point.
Yeah, no, I wish I could have been buying a house,
bro.
Like I say, that's when we should have been buying.
We should have been in gym class. We should have been investing in real estate.
Sounds like excuses.
Right? Yeah, dude. And of course, too, think about it as well. It's like, I think, and if it's not, I think, it is the idea overall is affordability. They're not going to make a seller sell their house for less. They can't do that. There's no way that, there is a way. They wouldn't do it, though. They would not nuke the housing market, because that's a natural necessity that people need alongside food and, health care and whatnot. They can't do that. They can't knock equity back down. But what they can do is they can make that equity easier to afford. So if they can't attack it on the front, maybe they can, or on the back, maybe they can attack it on the front end. Okay, well, if they can offer a 50 and say your mortgage was $2,600 a year at a 30, but you can afford that same house and more at $2,100 a month, you're saving $500-$600 a month over 10 years. That's a lot of money on top of that.
That is a lot of money.
I mean, it's kind of like Bitcoin. Like if you're buying Bitcoin right now, maybe you can't buy the entire one Bitcoin right now, but you can buy, let's say 5,000, whatever it is, 1,000. But you're still going to have gains from that Bitcoin by owning it. Like if you keep on putting off buying Bitcoin or whatever crypto that you like, it's going to continue to grow. Yeah, it comes back a little bit or retracts a little bit with the different markets, but you've got to buy it at some point in time to have that appreciation, that growth of that coin or that house.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yep. And, it's tough. Yeah, we talked about that, the amortization on a 50. Do you know how that might work? Will it be different as far as amortization to...
So what happens if you have an interest-only period? Let's say it's a 50-year mortgage. You might have 10 years of, and this will likely never happen with a government loan or a conventional loan. But sometimes your non-qualified mortgages, the ones that are a little more risky, but you have a consumer that's putting down 20%, it could be amortized over a 50-year period of time, interest only for the first 10 years, and then you have to pay it off over the next 40. Okay? So, and that's kind of like when you have second mortgages. Oftentimes, those will be a 20-year mortgage, but it's interest only the first 10 years, and then it's fully amortized over the last 10. You've got to pay it off in the last 10.
Yeah.
So there will be mortgages, and we have mortgages like that right now. It's a 40-year, but it's interest only for the first 10, and then you have 30 years to pay it off. But I think these are going to be more consistent with, it's going to be the same mortgage payment from day one to the 600th payment. I mean, that's crazy to say, but
600.
Yeah.
That's 50. That's 50 years.
yeah,
600 months. Wow.
yeah, 600 months. Yeah, 30 years, 360 months.
Yeah.
That's a lot too.
Man, just, when you think of that, it's like, ooh, that's a lot to take in at one point. Yeah.
But it's kind of like when you're skiing down a mountain. I don't know if you've been skiing. I love skiing.
Never
but
skied.
You don't ever look down at the very bottom because that's scary. You just look as far as you need to go, and you keep on maneuvering down that mountain.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Otherwise, it'd be like, oh, that's crazy. I can't get down there.
Yeah. I imagine that's probably like what window washer guys do that clean the high rises.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably only look a couple windows down, instead of 30 stories.
It's a scary job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would definitely say that it's kind of scary to think about like window washing. If I looked at the ground, it's over for me.
They're doing that to our building this week. Actually,
I would shed my pant.
Why,
I could
yeah.
not. I just would
I
not
would
work.
too.
I can't do it. Like I'm not good with heights, especially being able to see everything under me that expresses the height I'm at.
Oh yeah.
Like flying's a different thing because you can kind of look like, you're 30-something thousand feet up and you look out. Things don't really seem like they're
And
that
you're
far away.
flying. You're not gonna like accidentally fall down.
We're not going to get into that, but yeah. But I mean, and I remember there were people faking about the glass planes and stuff too. But no, that's not happening. I would pay more money not to step foot on a plane I could see all the way through. Personally, just no. But yeah, the 50-year mortgage, I think it will be a good thing. I know it's just kind of like, introduction for it right now, and I think it would be a good thing for some people, not everybody.
Yeah, I think it has to make sense for someone. They have to be comfortable with it. But ultimately, prices of homes, they're going to go through cycles. Like you're going to have, like even right now, November, December, January, prices will come down. And then media will get a hold of it and like, home prices are dropping. Well, it happens every year.
Yep.
Price of homes come down every year. And so it's kind of, I hate to say that it's a scare tactic, but it creates a response in the market. And that's what marketing wants. They want a response in the market. But ultimately, I think that the 50-year mortgage is good, especially for someone that can't get into the end of the market because prices of homes have accelerated so much in 2020 and 2021. Like this is another conversation, but anytime you have really, really low rates, you're going to have more buying power. And so the market really, truly shouldn't have ever experienced a 15 to 20, even 25% appreciation because now the price of homes outpace the wages of most Americans. And so you have consumers that really they'll never be able to afford it unless you have a 50-year mortgage.
Yep.
So, and you look at social media and TikTok, whatever, people say, well, price of homes, they're going to like the market's going to crash. Well, tell me, I don't know, is this okay to talk about right now?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Price of homes, it's based off of supply and demand. Like if we've got this one piece of chapstick right here, and we all want it, like our lips are crusty and they're sunburnt, and it's listed for $1, but we have 4 people that are wanting to buy it. We're probably going to spend more than $1. Like, okay, well, Michael, I'll give you $2. And then Taylor, you come over here and say, I'll give you 3. And then you come over and say, I'll give you 5. That's what happened. There was there was so little inventory for the amount of people that wanted to buy because it was so cheap. Like this was 10 cents. How many people would want to buy it at 10 cents versus the $1? There'd be a lot of people that would come buy it. And so really what you have is you have a lot more people that want to buy and not enough inventory in the market.
Right.
And so it's just basic economics. Right now we have the least amount of foreclosures and delinquencies in the market because people have equity. Now you'll run through a cycle and those people that have little equity today, they'll be more likely to foreclose than someone that has, let's say, $175,000 in equity. Because what will they do? They'll go to Taylor and say, hey, Taylor, I want to sell my house. I want to take the equity from this property before they get too far upside down. And so that's what happens in this market. Now, there are more listings in the market. And, it's upwards to like four
I
months
think
inventory.
November showed, it was October and November both showed nationwide 450,000 listings hit. So we've hit around 900,000 extra listings nationwide, not just like in Tennessee, which is great. It's
That's a lot.
confidence. Well,
Yeah.
it's confidence, and it takes every market from seller's market if it was low inventory. I'm
Yeah.
backwards, right? No, I'm right.
Low
I always
inventory
do
is a
this
seller's
backwards.
market.
And it takes it from that and pushes it more to a middle market, which is great. You want everybody to work together. It's cool sometimes to have a buyer's market and cool to have a seller's market, but not at there was a huge gap. It wasn't like slight sellers. There's a good percentage of sellers that were getting more because of this or that. You know, it was like there was a time for probably, I would say even up to like this year, I would say all the way from COVID up to this year, where it was just seller's market. And everybody was coming in to do whatever they want. And the sellers were like, I'm not giving you anything. I don't have to. And buyers just kind of had to bite that bullet.
Yeah.
And now I'm seeing houses that are coming out in markets that shouldn't be in like fantastic condition for like $300,000.
Just because it's like oversaturated, or
That, and also I think like the same thing he's talking about with like equitized things. There's been a lot of estates. People are taking on trusts and things like that. And their parents and grandparents that, you know, willed it to them, they had nothing in it. So they go back in, they hire some contractor, they flip the house, and, you know, they're going to make $300,000 on it minus whatever they got to pay out in their closing commissions and whatnot, and they're still going to make like $200,000. So, I mean, why not?
And you also have to go back to, like, what are the expectations? Well, what did we come through in 20 and 21? Well, people were selling properties really fast, like one day on the market. It wouldn't even get to the market. And now you have properties that are sitting for 30, 60, 80, 90 days. Normal market.
Yep.
But we forgot about what normal was. And so you get a seller that's like, oh my goodness, it hasn't sold in a week. It hasn't sold in 30 days. What are we going to do? Well, it's a normal market, but they forgot that it's a normal market. So they're like flipping out. And they're like, okay, well, drop it. Taylor, you need to drop it 15,000, 20,000, 40,000, 50,000. And so you also have to have patience in a market like this.
My favorite thing, too, when we have to do that is when I have a seller tell me, I'm losing money. You're not losing money, and I'm not saying this like as a rude thing, but you're not losing money by lowering the price on your house. The only time you lose money is when you had money to begin with. The number that we set on the house is agreed upon between the seller and me, which I really sometimes don't like to sell some things where people want to because it's just too high. I know it is. It's not even close enough to where we could make, you know, reasonable reductions to get to in the amount of time we should. And it's hard. Sometimes I have to overprice houses. It's hard. I have to. Because when I sign that listing agreement with somebody and I want to help them, you know, we sit down and we talk about that and we talk about house pricing and stuff. I probably could not, but I do it because I want to help people still. But it gets difficult because, like, your house is only worth $300 and you're asking $500 for it. Well, there's houses right behind you that are brand spanking new that are only selling for like $400.
See, I don't think the tactic like in car sales works with houses where, you know,
Right.
I will overprice it and let them talk me down and then get what I want.
Right.
I don't think that really works for real estate.
No, there's so much information people can get their hands on in real estate these days. So much.
I mean, you know, everyone just has, you know, just the world of information at the tips of their fingers. So,
Yeah.
you know, people are much more savvy than, you know, I guess you'd say probably even, you know, 20 years ago.
The one thing, though, is there's expertise in the market, and you have to understand the market. Yes, the price of the home could be, let's say, $500,000, but Taylor might have to go in at $450,000 and price it to sell it quickly. So it's basically the game plan of what that seller wants to do. If they want to get out of it quickly, Taylor might have to go in. You might have to go in and sell it for $450,000.
Well, it's conditional too. Like, you know,
you
the
might-
house may not be in the greatest shape, or they may be near a main road, things that buyers don't like to go after. And that's even harder because that's like invisible stuff to them, you know, like, but that's a real thing.
Yeah, and that's where some of the technology and the AI that's out there that's giving responses, it's not taking some of those things into consideration, just the expertise and that knowledge. So, like, you might have a cemetery, nothing wrong with it, but it's a obsolescence. You might have a train, that's obsolescence, or a school across the street. Those are things that bring down marketability of the property.
Yeah.
And so it's, you know, yes, it's on paper, it's listed, you know, it's worth $500,000, but maybe because of those obsolescence, it's only $475,000. But if someone comes in and says, you know what, I'm okay with it, they might pay $500,000 for it.
Yeah. That is a big part of my job, is trying to find
The sweet spot.
well, that's why a lot of people will ask me over the phone, what's my house worth? And I'll straight up tell them, I can't tell you that. I don't know what condition your house is in. If I tell you a price and I show up and it's not in the condition it needs to be there, it's just not going to work, you know, and I'm just going to waste your time. I don't want to do that. I don't want to waste your time. I want to be active with you.
Taylor
and help
does
you.
not want to waste your time.
No, not at all.
Or his time.
I didn't say that. Well, you got to get out of here.
I got to get out.
Well,
I gotta
thank
fly
you.
to Detroit
Thank you.
today.
Thank you for coming out here and talking to us.
Thank you, guys.
For being our first guest.
Yes. Yeah.
Pleasure. It
For
was a
sure.
pleasure. Yeah, anytime you want to talk about mortgages, I'm here. They're not real fun to talk about though.
No, I don't. Real estate as a whole is hard. Like I think me and you light up about it because we're in the industry, and like everybody else is like, all these words, I don't know what they mean, and like
man,
it's just,
I love it.
It's fun for me because it's my job, you know.
Yeah. No, I love numbers.
It's your career.
Yeah, there you go. Better.
It's your life.
I got to know my worth,
See,
right?
I would love to get into it, but like I'm scared because, like you say, you commission. Like it's kind of hard for me to take that step.
You have to work at it.
Yeah.
Well,
If it was easy, everybody would do
I
it.
That's
love
right, if it
selling
was
stuff.
easy,
That's
baby.
the main thing is I love selling stuff. Like I would love to sell houses, cars, anything.
We can have a conversation about that.
here's the
We
thing.
might have one.
Here's the different stages of it. You like it. Okay, well, you like those things. You like selling things. You love it. Okay, you get to the point where you love it. And then the next thing, if you want to be really, really successful, is you live it.
Yep.
If you do all those things, you're going to be very successful at it.
I like that. I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
On that,
Write that down.
I'm out.
All right, Kevin.
See you, man.
Thank you
Be
for
careful.
stopping
Thank
by.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you
man.
for everything.
Yeah. Yes, I agree with what he says. That is something that I always have to keep in mind whenever I do what I do. And that's why every time I'm anywhere, I'm always on my game. Because for me to do what I do and people to truly understand that I am a professional at what I do and I'm not just an agent, I'm a realtor and my professionalism is there. Even at the grocery store, when you see me there at 10 p.m. at night, I've got to be on point.
Gots to be on
Yeah.
point. And Taylor is. Taylor, man, you don't catch him lacking very much.
No.
Yeah, I think that's all we got today, guys.
Well, before we go, I want to talk about Beyond the Grid.
yeah.
Go right
Yes,
ahead.
yes.
The floor is yours.
Because I like to announce which our first driver, which we kind of mentioned, is Aaron Ashcraft. Drives front wheel drives. He's currently building a new car. Hopefully, we get to start filming on that soon. He might have a couple other cars for us to film him build. He's won a couple of championships, a lot of races. But I also like to announce that I believe I got our second driver.
Okay. Yeah, what we got?
Too Tall Fabrication. His name's Frankie Turner. He's currently he gets multiple cars, pure stocks.
Frankie Turner. That is a racer's name if I've ever heard one.
But thing I like what he's doing now is he's having these young kids drive his car, giving them chances to, race that when they wouldn't give the chance. He might.
Could we get this to happen right here?
What?
We need Taylor to be able to race one of these cars.
He might.
Do they have
Would you do it?
booster seats?
Oh yeah,
Because
dude,
them
they'd get
seats
you-
are deep.
Oh, they'd get you squared up.
I mean,
My boy.
I
They
wouldn't
adjust it
mind
for
it.
you.
It'd be fun.
That would be the funnest thing, dude. Taylor
I could
just out there
sponsor
getting
my
it,
own
dude.
car.
I'm excited about him because he got a bunch of cars he builds,
Yeah,
and with
that'll
his
be nice.
kids,
He's trying to build like a team. It sounds like.
Yeah, well, he got enough cars to have a team.
Where do they race?
Yeah, what do they race?
He races pure stocks.
So what's that?
They're,
Pure stock,
they
basically.
ain't
Give
nothing
it a
to stock
Google.
about them.
Pure stock.
If you go by the rules, they ain't nothing to stock about them. It's what my division used to be.
It's a street legal vehicle
like
that's heavily
images.
restricted
Oh,
to keep
no.
racing
Oh, no.
affordable and competitive,
Oh, yeah.
emphasizing driver skill over expensive
Yeah,
modifications.
these are far from street legal.
Click on images, my boy.
Oh.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
They
okay.
look like
Yeah,
street
yeah, yeah.
cars.
Yeah.
They look
Yeah.
like old street cars, but
Okay.
they're far
they're like
from
the
it
all
now.
cutlasses and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're far from it now.
That'll be nice. So
But
I'd
is-
race
Is
them.
he for sure in the books? Or?
He said he would love to do it, and he said the kids that he got driving his cars would love it.
All right.
Where
yeah.
do they race
Need
at?
some-
He races at Highland Rim,
Oh,
Fairgrounds,
Oh,
different tracks around here. Sometimes
Yeah.
they go to dirt tracks.
hey.
Look,
yeah.
I don't know about a dirt track, but I would pay to get the gear to go race Highland Rim
Just to,
just to say I did it.
yeah,
I don't
just
know
to
if I
say you
still
did
got
it.
my gear or not.
My brother-in-law races trucks up there.
I'll help
and-
you fight in the pits.
What'd you call me? Yeah, no, I would love to just do it. I mean, it wouldn't be my car, so I mean, if it got wrecked, I wouldn't care. But I mean, I'd obviously try to take the best care I could of it. I can't control the other people who are around me, but I think
Dude,
it
what
would
if
be
you
fun.
win, dude?
But there's usually insurance clause on that if you rent
Yeah,
a car.
yeah.
Well, I'm sure there's probably you got to pay the deductible and stuff. I'm sure there's got to be some kind of risk inside
Oh,
of
yeah.
that.
There's always a risk.
But I just
Yeah.
love his idea of getting these young generations, the new generation into it.
Yeah, get them going fast and left.
Mm-hmm.
Fast and left.
Hell yeah, brother.
Oh man, that would be cool though. Yeah, let's actually chat about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would love to dig into that and see what that looks like.
Hopefully, we'll have more info for you guys on when filming starts and when you can expect to see some stuff on that soon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
that's all I got for now.
All right.
All right, guys, episode 7 in the books.
Yeah.
Have a good week, and we'll see you next time.
Yes, sir.